Is your radio and phone off? All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's virtual keeper chat. I'm Carrie, and I'm here with one of our keepers, Carrie. Oh my goodness. And we are having a little bit of a different perspective today. If you've been joining us, we've been out in that hallway a bunch, but today we're actually in the exhibit. We are in our Rainforest Rivers and Reefs building. It's a very rainy day here in New Bedford, Massachusetts, and we are live coming from Buttonwood Park Zoo. If you are new to us, hi Peyton and Mackenzie and Kathy and Silas and Peyton and Piper and all of the friends, Hannah, who join us every day. We are to hopefully be meeting one of our sloths, Sandy. As you can imagine, a sloth takes a long time to make her way down for breakfast. So right now, Carrie is trying to get her down. I'm going to see if we can at least get a shot of her moving. She's up here. There she is. So Carrie, maybe while we're waiting for her to work her way down to us, which is our hope, and we're really hoping for that, you could tell us a little bit about what Sandy is, who she is, and just a little bit more about her species in general.
Absolutely. So Sandy is our female two-toed sloth. She's 10 years old. She's going to be turning 11 in June. She comes from us from the Philadelphia Zoo. Today we're feeding her breakfast. Hopefully she's going to come on down. These guys at the zoo get a variety of produce. Today we have some zucchini, we have some sweet potatoes, some broccoli and grapes. They also get this primate child they really enjoy to eat as well. We also have some romaine lettuce. So hopefully she comes on down to eat it. I can climb up in a minute if she doesn't want to come down. Let's see if I can enable her to coax her down here. If you look at these two-toed sloths, you notice that these guys love to live up in trees. That's where they live. If you look at those claws that Sandy has on her front and rear feet, those claws are curved, and they really also have really good that keeps them really safe and tight up in those trees.
And I believe you said this is a two-toed sloth?
Yes, so she is a two-toed sloth. There's actually two species of two-toed sloth. There's 4 species of three-toed sloth. So really to see the difference, it's really on the forefeet, the front feet that you're really looking at. That's where the difference lies. So two-toed sloths obviously have 2 toes on the front feet, and the three-toed sloths have 3 toes on the front feet. All sloths have 3 toes on the
Chloe, age 9, is wondering why sloths move so slow.
So that's actually one of their adaptations, is their slow speed. So out in the wild, these guys really, their diet leaves, flowers, and fruits. It's a really low-calorie diet, so they really need to conserve a lot of energy. So just moving so slow and really not moving at all helps them to do that. But it also helps them to evade some predators. So some natural predators of two-toed sloths are eagles, and eagles really detect their prey by movement. So if these guys are really still, really quiet, less chances of them being detected by some predators.
And can you tell us a little bit about where they're from?
Yep, so these guys are found in Central and South America, and they live in rainforests.
Great. And Piper and Peyton are noticing that she has kind of long hair. What's that all about?
Yeah, so these guys do have long hair, and it's actually really special hair. Because out in the wild, you see two-toed sloths, you'll notice that they have a green tint to them. So their hair is actually specialized to grow algae and fungi, and that algae is what gives them that green tint, and it also helps them camouflage into their surroundings. Not only that, but there's also a bunch of insects that actually live in the fur of sloths. There's actually one species of moth that just lives there, so they won't be found anywhere else.
That's really crazy. Bridget is wondering about their size. How long are they? How much do they weigh?
So two-toed sloths are bigger than three-toed sloths. So these guys, their average length is about 20 to 30 inches. And these guys typically weigh anywhere from 10 to 20 pounds. Our guys weigh, I would say Sandy weighs about 13, 14 pounds, and Bernardo weighs about 15, 16.
Great. Peyton and Piper are wondering if they ever come down out of the trees.
They actually do come out of the trees, and not very often. So these guys, believe it or not, come down to the ground to go to the bathroom. So these guys will go to the bathroom about once a week, and they come all the way down to the ground to do that.
I'm going to do, this is how much I want you guys to see Sandy. I'm actually going to try and climb up a little bit so we can get a closer look at her. So if you hear a lot of splashing, it means I have fallen into this water. So we're going to see if we can get a closer look at Miss Sandy. So just hang tight. And we'll get back to those questions in just a second. We're going to attempt something new today. Oops, sorry everybody. Oh man, this is how much I like you guys.
Alright, we get a rear view. Oh, here she comes, just turning around.
Here we go. Well, we can get a good look at her bum right now. We're hoping maybe we can get her to turn around and show us her beautiful face. All right. Here she comes. Yes, and Tegan and Patty are mentioning Bernardo, who also lives here at the zoo. He's our other two-toed sloth. He lives in a different exhibit. Maybe we will feature him on a different day. I'm just gonna, there she is. Oh. And we're on the move, but you can get a good look at those claws here. So Colin, age 6, that's a great question. Their claws, you can see why she would have claws like that right now. She's using them on and grip because they spend so much time upside down. It's a great climbing device for her.
She smells that food. That's where
She's smelling her food, which we did not bring up with us. See. How long can they live, Carrie?
So believe it or not, scientists aren't really sure about the lifespan of sloths out in the wild. They're just really hard to study because they're just so elusive. But in captivity, they have reached their 40s.
So if you can't hear Carrie, she said we're not sure in the wild, but in their 40s in captivity. And how old is Sandy?
Sandy is 10. She will turn 11 on June 10th.
All right, Hadley, age 5, would like to know what their fur feels like.
It's actually very coarse. It's not really soft at all. It is long, but it's coarse.
Let's see. How many babies can they have at one time?
These guys only give birth to one at a time.
So one baby at a time. Baby at a time. Oop, and here I go again. My classic selfie move. What animals are living in here with? We hear a lot of different noises right now in this mixed species exhibit. So what else are we hearing?
So what you're hearing now are the African pygmy geese. They're usually very chatty. And then also we have the Guara cuckoos that you can hear as well.
Can you talk about the symbiotic relationship between the algae, the moth, and the sloth?
Sure. So these guys have specialized fur, which again allows that algae to grow on it. So that algae actually gives the sloth So it also provides maybe some food and whatnot for a bunch of different insects, not just the moth. The sloth moth, is the only moth. It's just found on and it actually lives there, and they think that it just lays their eggs in the waist of the sloth, and that's just the life cycle.
Interesting. So this moth uses the feces or the poop of the sloth to lay its eggs and also eat some of the algae off their fur. And in captivity, would they have those things living on them here?
They actually don't. You can tell that Sandy isn't green at all, and it's just really not the correct habitat. We're not as humid as the rainforests are. We don't have any other insects.
She's giving you a good, she's hanging upside down eating her food right now. What is her favorite snack?
Sandy's not too picky. She does like her vegetables a lot. She really does like sweet potatoes.
See if I can get a full shot of her hanging upside down here. I'm sorry, it's really hard. We have a lot of perching in here animals, but hard for me right now. You can see her hanging on by her back legs only right now, hanging upside down, which is pretty remarkable. Go back to her face. What color her eyes? Hopefully you can see here, they're brown.
So her eyes are brown. These guys don't have great eyesight. One of the senses that they most rely on.
You can get a good look at her teeth here.
She's chomping away. You'll notice that she has some pretty big teeth right up front, and those are used for tearing and ripping plant material. And all the other teeth she has in there is really used for drying material.
She's coming to sniff you guys. Hadley, age 5, wants to know if they make any noises.
They are pretty quiet, although during mating season, the females will give out a call to attract the males.
You know what? I'm happy to climb trees for you guys if I get to get sniffed by a sloth. That trilling noise in the background are the various birds that we have in this exhibit. I think we're hearing the African pygmy geese right now. Do they live with monkeys?
Here at the zoo, yes they do. Sandy here lives with our family of emperor tamarins, and Bernardo actually lives with our pair of GHLTs.
Right, and we met the emperor tamarins earlier this week, I believe, for the keeper chat. Oh, I don't have any food, honey. What is her best sense?
Her best sense is her sense of smell. These guys don't really see very well. They can't obviously hear, but it's not as good as that sense of smell.
So if you're just joining us, this is Sandy, a two-toed sloth, and I'm giving you a really good look at her front paws, which is how you can tell if it's a two-toed or a three-toed sloth. The number of toes in the front feet. In the back feet, they always have 3. So she is a Hoffman's two-toed sloth. She just tried to eat my phone, I think. Yes, Melissa, you're right. You're also hearing cuckoo, guerra cuckoos. Do they ever swim?
Yes, actually. These guys are actually really good. Usually, during the wet season, they have to drop into some water to go to another tree. So they can't do the breaststroke. They're actually better in the water than they are on land. They can't support their own body weight on land, so they have to drag or crawl. So they're actually better in the water than they are on land.
Do the mom and the dad both raise the babies?
Actually, just the mom. The dad's out of there pretty quick. They don't, after they reproduce, the males don't stick around, and it's just mom caring for her baby.
And they're pretty solitary animals then?
Yep, so these guys are solitary. They usually just come together for breeding, and then you only see a mom and her baby.
So Diana, we are giving her a variety of fruits and veggies right now and some romaine lettuce. Those are her favorite treats. But these are technically omnivores. Peyton and Piper, do they eat bugs?
Yep, so there's lots of information out there whether they eat bugs or not. Some people think that they do get bugs, but it's really just the bugs that are on the plant materials that they eat. Yep, so yes, they do eat insects.
I think she likes you guys. Do they ever play?
Do they ever play? I don't think so.
Okay. Do you do any kind of training with Bernardo and Sandy?
Yep, so Jeff.
I'll give you that.
Has trained Bernardo to go into a crate for weeks, and we'll be doing the same for Sandy. We'll also be desensitizing her to ultrasound, just in the event that someday she might have babies of her own.
How long does a baby stay with the mom?
So babies are kind of independent around 6 to 9 months, but moms will stick around for about a year. And once they a year, mom will just leave the territory.
Can they move quickly if they're being attacked? How do they protect themselves?
I mean, they can't really for protection. If they've already been found by a predator, they're gonna bite and they're gonna hang down and try to scratch with their paws.
Does she interact with the other animals in the exhibit?
Not too much. I would say the emperor tamarins maybe try to interact with her versus her interacting with them. But pretty much she leaves everyone alone.
I'm going to put you guys down for a second because my hood is stuck in a perch. Oop, there we go. Oop. Do sloths have ears?
They actually do have ears. They are hidden by her fur on the side of her head, but they do have ears.
Thank you, Heather. Just so everyone knows, I am deathly afraid of heights, so this is this is a big task for me right now. What are they most closely related to in terms of other animals?
So these guys, believe it or not, are more closely related to anteaters and armadillos.
So if you couldn't hear her, anteaters and armadillos, which is kind of interesting. See if I can get a good shot of those toes again. Kaiden is commenting that even though she's one of the slowest creatures on Earth, she's a very fast eater.
She really is. I would say she's probably faster eater than Bernardo is.
Can you talk a little bit about her coloring and the fact that her head is white? Genevieve, age 5, is curious about that.
So these guys are just tan overall. Really what they rely on for camouflage out in the wild is that algae growing on their fur, giving them that nice green tint so that they can camouflage into their surroundings.
Peyton and Piper, great question. We talk a lot about with all of our animals. Would this make a good pet?
Absolutely not. These guys really just need to be out in the wild. I think they'd be too stressed out in someone's home.
Yeah. If you're just joining us, this is Sandy, and she comes to us from the Philadelphia Zoo. And how old is she again?
She is 10 years old, but she has a birthday coming up on June 10th.
So June 10th is her birthday. And I'm actually going to give you a good look at her belly because their hair grows differently than other animals, right? It grows growing down towards the ground.
Yep, and that actually helps when it's raining outside for the water to run off their bodies.
So you can imagine when you're hanging upside down like this all day, if it in the rainforest, when it rains, that allows that rain to just drop right off. You guys have had some really great questions. We hope that you've been enjoying meeting our friend Sandy despite my weird camera angles potentially. I'm hoping you're getting a really good look at her. And just for perspective, you can see Carrie's down here feeding her. And then I'm also up here. Is she going to have a baby, or has she ever had a baby?
She's never had a baby, but we do hope to put Bernardo and Sandy together so that they will reproduce and have.
So yes, as part of the species survival plan through the AZA, we do hope that they will have a baby in the near future. How long is their gestation?
For all sloth species have different gestations, but for these guys, it's 11 and a half months.
11 and a half months. That's pretty long gestation for an animal. I'll give you a nice close-up of her eyes. Do they have good eyesight?
They actually do not have good eyesight. They do see better in dim lighting than they do in bright light, but is not their strongest sense.
Excellent. All right, well, I want to thank you all for joining us for today's Keeper Chat with Sandy and Carrie. Sandy, our two-toed sloth. Maybe on a different day we'll meet Bernardo. He looks very different than her. They each have their own unique style, I'll say. We want to thank everyone who has made a donation to the Buttonwood Park Zoological Society, who has been bringing these talks to you every day. We really appreciate your support, and we just really love that you're tuning in, asking these amazing questions, meeting our animals, and learning more about them with us. We will be back again tomorrow at 11. If you missed any of this, we will post the full video afterwards and put it on our YouTube channel where all of them are living. So we hope you all have a wonderful day. And thank you, Sandy. Looks like she's done too. Have a good day.